that thing.
I do too.
I'm gonna break it.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna break
No,
it.
you're gonna get me an electronic one. Hi, folks. You are watching and listening to a very special edition of Sipping Off the Cuff. Here at the beautiful Hotel Amarano in Hollywood, Burbank area. If you're familiar with this area, you know where this is. But yeah, you're rubbing that.
It's a lamp. It's a magic lamp.
It's a magic lamp. He's making a wish now, folks. If you have not been to this location, please do. It is a hidden gem. Great for staycations. Great for, you know, if you're going to be anywhere near Disneyland or Universal Studios. It's very close to that area there.
Or if you're a famous person and you need a hideaway. Yeah,
it's a hideaway. If you need a place to stay, we know a guy. So anyway, the reason we're here is we're taking over their bar. This is a nice little collab for us at Tequila Aficionado Media. As you can see, some of the tequilas behind us. The name of the bar is FYC. That's for your consideration.
what a great name.
I love it. It's so clever.
Concept.
Well,
it's very clever.
And the reason that we're here is because we have a tequila that dovetails just beautifully here. Now, if you've watched all of our reviews so far, we've gone from the Blanco to the Cristalino.
No, the Reposado.
Well, yeah, but we've gone through all the expressions, and this is our final expression. Why don't you show the packaging on this?
So this is
the extra Añejo.
extra
Now,
Añejo.
before you open this, I swear ours is full. It's behind us on the bar. Okay, this was it's a demo. Okay, so we haven't really actually only had it one night.
We had a while back.
A while back. It's been quite a while, but as you can see, look at the presentation on that. And my understanding is that you can actually snap this here. I think the later versions will actually have something where it'll read a QR code or something, and it'll be able to tell you where you are and which batch this is. It gives you all that kind of neat information. I'm not sure if this bottle has that ability, but in any case, we'll be able to clarify that for you in a little bit. In the meantime, we're gonna oh, look at this beautiful. This presentation is so gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous bottle.
Would you do the honors? I broke out the Sergio Bormiolis for this occasion.
This is a 5-year, by the way.
It's a 5-year in bourbon barrels, I think.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
That's actually 2 different types of barrels. It is a. What's it right now? It is 2 different barrels. It's 5 years in American oak whiskey and French oak barrel.
So it is the French oak. There's stuff, now if you've had enough French oak,
Just tell me when.
do I have to?
I'm sorry.
Right there.
That's as much as your
As much as I'm allowed.
As much as your credit for now.
Look at the color on
shoot.
that. Oh, you overdid it.
No, I mean
nice going. Look at this, folks. Look at the color on that.
This is a beautiful bottle.
The presentation is gorgeous. The box is beautiful. We'll tell you the story as we go along. The viscosity on this has been consistent all the way through.
Oh, wow.
From the you did that.
I spilled a little bit.
You spilled some? Now he's gonna put it on his
It doesn't go to waste.
Yeah, no, he wears it as cologne. Oh wow, the smell on this. Wow, I could smell it on coming from your glass. It was like wafting my direction.
That was the contact with my skin.
Oh, is that it?
Yes.
The pheromones?
Yeah, stay away from me.
Okay. Is that a threat? No, never mind. Oh my God. Wow.
So we had this at the crustacean that night.
Right.
After all the other stuff.
After all the other stuff and some sotol and some food.
So this was like the crowning moment.
Right. And I don't recall a lot of it, but this is.
Yeah, you don't recall much.
Woo.
But so I'm getting the dried fruit. I love the dried fruit.
Yeah, and it's pretty
I've
consistent.
always loved the dried fruit.
Yes.
And it was consistent from the Reposado.
Yeah, but see,
I was getting it from the Reposado.
but the Blanco had some tropical fruit notes
Yeah,
on
a
it.
touch of it in the Cristalino. And I love it because it's, you know, a lot of times with an extra añejo, you have, it'll be a vanilla bomb or something else, right?
It overtakes everything.
Yeah, but this is, the nose is very delicate.
Yeah, but it's
And-
deep.
and,
There's
yeah,
some
it is
depth
deep.
to it.
You know, I equate it to like a cognac.
Well, you know, and
It's-
that's what I was going to say too. That it's got. I know that, well, and that's got to be the French oak influence that they're using, because it's kind of a. I want to say it's double barrel, but you know, there's some. You have to be careful on the wording. Sometimes it's double barreled, and other times it's finished in French oak.
Right.
Finishing and polishing are two separate things. Double barreling are two separate things. A double barrel is where they blend the two together.
Too.
Right, but a finish is you take the same barrel and you pour it
Finish it.
in another barrel and
In
then
just a
you
short
finish
time.
it just a short time.
Right.
I know it's complicated, but that's barrel man.
That's the geek in us.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's why they pay us the big bucks for the geeks.
So it's got tremendous depth.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, it's just like an onion. It's just,
And we have the specific glassware. These are etched.
beautiful.
They're Italian crystal, and for very special occasions or that we know is going to be over the top special, we break out these glasses. So we don't use them all the time. I mean, you could just as easily serve it in the Glencairn. But since we've been through all four expressions, I ran out of glassware, folks. So here we go.
Oh, look at the color on that.
I know.
That is just gorgeous. It's like a deep copper.
Yeah, it's got some red highlights too on it. I don't want to call it raspy notes. It's got, there you go.
That's beautiful.
Now, if we get any dried fruit, probably get like dried plums, which are prunes, but maybe dried cherries.
Yeah. It's an orange,
Like a burnt orange? Like when you have flame on it.
yeah, like a flame orange.
Okay.
I can't go for it. It's beautiful.
Hardly any alcohol.
Mm.
Wow.
Wow, it's just amazing.
That was a
Just the
lot
way-
sweeter than I thought it was going
The
to
way
be.
it lays on your shower.
Yes. And that's what we look for the legs and tears. We're looking for the body, the mouthfeel, because that's where the magic will happen, is on your
Beautiful
palate.
mouthfeel.
Now it's
Very well
sweeter
done.
on the intake. It's sweeter than I would have imagined, because the
No.
Añejo doesn't come out cross-eyed.
No, but it is sweet, but it's not,
It's not cloying.
yes.
I'm not talking about sweetness been enhanced. That's what that's not what I'm saying. And I think the sweetness is coming from the French oak.
Probably.
I'll have to ask the peanut gallery here. I'll have to ask the referee for whether it's been finished in in French oak barrels, or if it's a blend of whiskey. It's finished in French oak. So same barrel, the initial aging in the same barrel, dropped into another French limousine oak, and then pulled out. So that's the finishing, that's the polishing. Holy cow, this is amazing. Oh, and it's like creme brulee.
Mm,
It's creme brulee.
mm.
Oh, it's just
A little burnt on
a
top.
little burnt on top. Yeah. Oh, man. And it's really different from the Añejo, though. Again, coming from the French oak. Because if you know what French oak does, folks, it's going to add a touch of sweetness. If it stayed in the barrel any longer, it would have been overcome
Right.
from the French oak. Oh my, just here. Random
Don't waste
promise
any time.
nominee. Yeah,
Don't waste
let's
any
just
time. No, it's just hands down. It's excellent.
let's give you the story, okay? The distillery number is what, 1517?
1517. But
Okay.
this story is more intriguing to me.
Read that.
Okay, I will read you.
He will read. It's story time, folks. He's going to
Sure.
read you the story.
The Spirit of Gathering. We put on my anteojos.
The Antiojos, the readers.
Okay, in 1838, Maria Rita Valdez was granted 4,539 acres of land that became the cattle ranch named Rancho Rodeo de las Aguas, which translates to Ranch of the Gathering Waters. In the 20th century, Rancho Rodeo de las Aguas was developed into what is now known as Beverly Hills and Rodeo Drive.
See? And where are we, folks? We're at Hollywood, Burbank. Old Hollywood meets New Hollywood. It's a match made in heaven.
Yeah, this is Southern Santos de Jalisco Highlands of Mexico. And it's a 5-year American oak whiskey and French oak barrels. Beautiful.
Finished in French oak. That's the key word there. So it's not a blend, it's a finish. I say go. Okay, price point. Because I know getting ready to open up this bar.
Doesn't matter.
Just go get it.
Get it.
I say
I'll give it to you anyway.
it's great for after dinner. I would say you could pair it with a creme brulee. I think it's great with a cigar.
This is 229.
That's not bad at all.
Nice. I mean, you're talking about a product that has gone through, years of the cultivation process. You have the developing of the distillation and then aged for 5 years.
And well, then the barrel management.
The travel that this has gone through.
Yeah, and now to my knowledge, the family distillery is Galindo. I've had their Blanco. I've had it once when I was living in San Antonio. I fell in love with the Blanco, loved it. And this just has not, it's a small distillery. So they're not a maquiladora. They're not making brands for other people. The Tony Garcia and Jeffrey Levy are the main owners of this brand, and they fell into a gold mine.
Definitely.
And it's funny because Jeffrey lives in the home that became that was part of that land grant, and it used to belong to Merv Griffin. For those of you who are old enough to remember who Merv Griffin is, that's where Jeffrey lives. And within that house, there's a spring that used to. It's an aquifer that served the ranch itself. So for those of you familiar with California history, many of the names you hear in Los Angeles and even in other states like New Mexico are named after the land grants. So if you hear the name Verdugo, Sepulveda, and Rodeo de las Aguas, like Rodeo Drive, was a land grant. Even I didn't know that. So I'm impressed as hell. The price point's really good though. For an extra añejo, there are other ones that maybe are pale by comparison. They're like in the $300-400 range. I say buy one and get one for as a gift.
Yeah, it's a beautiful spirit. I equate it, to me, it's up on the level of a cognac.
Yes.
Most of the characteristics that Scott already has, not necessarily just because of the barrel. I mean, the spirit is just beautifully made, beautifully crafted.
Every single expression was a home run.
Yeah.
There was, many times we go through expressions and one of them will falter.
Right.
There'll be one that kind of,
Right.
but the rest of the line,
This has been strong all the way through.
all the way through. So you can't go wrong. Where can you get it? You can't get it everywhere, but we have a list.
So you can get it at the White House. The White House has it in West LA. Gil Turner, which is probably the oldest licensure of alcohol in LA, classifying wine spirits, Cedar City, obviously here at the Hotel
Here
Amarano,
at FYC, the Hotel Amarano,
and other fine establishments, the Crustacean in Beverly Hills.
Crustacean in Beverly Hills,
We
where we
discovered
actually
this.
tasted it, we discovered it.
And Barcello in Pasadena.
Barcello will actually be attending their launch at Barcello
In April.
in April. So, folks, all I can say is this has been
No brainer.
it's a no-brainer. Just go get it. That's our take on Rodeo de las Aguas. Let's show this bottle again because the presentation on this thing is just outstanding. Look at that. And I promise we didn't drink half of this. This is a sample. Ours is in the pack and it's still
That's beautiful
full.
crest.
That crest is beautiful. Everything, when you're buying this tequila, you're getting a piece of history, not only from Mexico, but a piece of history of Southern California. I mean, you're in SoCal and you're into old California history. and you know, tequila nut like us
Yeah,
all day long.
can't go wrong with that.
Can't go wrong with that. That's our take on Rodeo de las Aguas. You've been watching and listening to Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media, all of our channels and networks. Please subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Pinterest. We're still on Pinterest. I don't know why. We're not going to go TikTok yet because the jury's still out on that. Follow us on the podcast. And folks, whatever you do, tomar sabiamente.
Sip wisely. Watching.
Wow.
We're done.
We're
Thank
done.
you.
We're
Thank you
history.
for watching.
Thank you for listening and watching.
Oh, there goes the ice.
There goes the
Watch
ice.
all the naturals. Thank you, people.